3. At our wedding anniversary dinner, my wife said, "I'm not your property. I'm opening our marriage." She kissed my best friend and left with him. I changed the locks and started the divorce. A week later, I had 156 missed calls from her. My daughter exclaimed, "It's her house too. You need to let mom come in, she's pregnant and has an STD. You need to save your child." They didn't know I had a vasectomy, so I went nuclear. I forced a nod. I wouldn't let them take everything I'd worked too hard for. The divorce hearing finally arrived. Andrea showed up in a sleek black dress, Linda right behind her. My lawyer and I sat grimly at one table. She recited her sob story about how she'd been neglected, starved for affection, forced to consider an open marriage as a last resort. Linda backed her up, calling me controlling and cruel. I ground my teeth, wanting to snap, but my lawyer spoke in a measured tone, reminding the court that Andrea's needs included humiliating me at a family gathering that didn't exactly support her tale of desperation. In the end, the judge ruled we'd sell the house, split the proceeds, and finalize the divorce. I'd pay minimal spousal support for a short period, enough for Andrea to get on her feet. I felt it was more than she deserved, but at least she wasn't getting half my life savings. Linda shot me a venomous look as we filed out. Andrea flounced away, refusing to make eye contact. It should have been over. We were done, free from each other. But life had more twisted drama in store. Months passed. I moved into a small townhouse. Minimal furniture. My days were quiet, work, gym, sleep. I refused to even think about dating. Liz visited occasionally, carefully avoiding any mention of Andrea. I got the sense she was torn between love for her mother and exasperation at her mother's choices. I didn't pry. Then, out of nowhere, a call came from a number I didn't recognize. I answered and heard Andrea's voice, shaky, frantic. "Rob, I need money." My blood went cold. "You've got to be kidding." Her tone hardened. "It's serious. I need help with a medical treatment." "It's an STD." She paused, breath hitching. "Look, I just need money. The insurance won't cover all of it, and mom can't foot the bill right now." I barked a humorless laugh. "You're calling me because your promiscuity left you with an STD, and you think I'll pay for that?" She snapped. "Don't be cruel. You know how expensive these treatments are." I made mistakes, okay? I wasn't as careful as I should have been." A wave of disgust rolled through me. "So you sleep with half the city, catch something, and now expect me to fork over cash? Not a chance." She raised her voice. "You owe me. You neglected me for years, pushed me to find comfort elsewhere." I nearly crushed my phone in my grip. "I owe you nothing. We're divorced. You wanted to be free, you got it." Andrea let out a tremulous breath. "Fine then. Watch me suffer, you heartless bastard." "I thought you had a shred of decency." I scoffed. "Decency? Like announcing you wanted an open marriage at our anniversary dinner? That kind of decency?" She fell silent. Then she hung up. I stood there, heart pounding. The nerve of her. Did she think I'd forgotten how she humiliated me? That I'd swoop in like a savior for her nasty predicament? Not in this lifetime, but that wasn't the end. The next day, she showed up at my townhouse door, unannounced. She looked exhausted, dark circles under her eyes, hair disheveled. Linda hovered behind her, arms folded, face twisted with scorn. Andrea knocked hard. "Rob, open up," she demanded. I cracked the door. "What do you want?" She tried to push past me. "Let me in. We need to talk." I blocked the doorway. "Talk about your STD. I already said no." Linda chimed in. "You filth, you can't even help her when she's ill. You're an awful excuse for a man." I grit my teeth. "I'm not paying for her mistakes." Andrea's eyes filled with tears, crocodile tears I thought. "Just let me inside," she whispered. "I'm not leaving until you do." Fed up, I opened the door fully, stepping back. 5 minutes, then get out. She walked in, scanning my bare living room. Linda followed, sneering at the sparse decor. "This is where you live now," she said. Pathetic. I ignored her. "What's so urgent?" Andrea swallowed, lowering her gaze. "I tested positive for an STD. My insurance covers some treatments, but not the full course. It's expensive. My mother can't take on the entire financial burden." Linda hissed, "He's got money, he should pay." I stared at them, outraged. "You want me to finance your mistakes?" Andrea's cheeks flushed. "I wouldn't ask unless it was serious." I folded my arms. "Serious like that public humiliation you put me through?" "How serious was that?" Her voice cracked. "Fine, I know I messed up, but this is my health. You can't let me suffer." Linda pointed a bony finger at me. "This is your fault. If you'd been a real husband, she never would have sought others." I let out a bitter laugh. "You keep telling yourself that. Now, both of you, get out." Andrea's tears dried up instantly. "So you really won't help, not a penny?" "Not a penny," I said flatly. She glared. "You'll regret this." "I doubt it." I opened the door, and they stomped out. Andrea threw one last desperate glance over her shoulder, but I refused to bend. She wanted to be free. She got her wish. The following morning, I got a call from Liz. I answered, expecting a normal conversation, but her tone was tense. "Dad, you have to help Mom." I pinched the bridge of my nose. "Let me guess, she cried to you about her STD." Liz sighed. "Yes, and it's worse. She said she might have another issue. She's pregnant." A strange numbness settled over me. "Pregnant?" "Yes," Liz said. "She claims it could be yours." I burst out laughing, a cold mirthless sound. Mine? That's impossible. Liz's voice rose. She's convinced you slept together at some point during the separation. I cut her off. We didn't, and even if we had, I had a vasectomy years ago. That baby definitely isn't mine. Silence, then a soft, what? From Liz. I shrugged, even though she couldn't see me. I made that decision a while back, before all this chaos. Andrea doesn't know, we were drifting apart. I never told her, but I had a vasectomy after we had you. So if she's pregnant, it's not mine. Liz sucked in a breath. Dad, are you sure? Yes, I said firmly, I have the paperwork. The tests, everything. It's not reversible on its own. She's lying, or deluding herself. Liz exhaled shakily. Then Dad, she's losing it. She's telling me you have to come back to her. That you owe her this. She keeps insisting the baby is yours. A spark of fury shot through me. She can insist all she wants. I know the truth. Liz mumbled something unintelligible, then asked, so? You're not helping her at all, I grimaced. Liz, she humiliated me. Demanded an open marriage. Left me with a mountain of legal nonsense. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.